Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video. Today I'm doing a quick video on video encoding on an Intel Pentium processor. You saw my videos on gaming on this system, and they've gotten pretty good feedback and a number of views, so I thought it might be interesting to show what else this processor can do, namely in the respect to video encoding. Now, I took a video the other day, which I've already posted to my other channel, and that is the video I'm going to use today because it's a fairly small file format, so it should be something quick and easy to do. So I've added these two Movie Maker. Now I have upgraded this system to a SSD, which will kind of give it a bit of an advantage over some of my other systems. So I'm actually doing this all off of a USB 3 drive. It's an ADATA 32 gigabyte USB 3, and I'm hoping to eliminate any advantages one system might have over the others by going this route. Now you can see it's still down here, still processing and adding the files. And now that it's added the files, we'll go ahead and we'll save this movie. We'll save it for high definition display. Why not? And we'll save it back to the SD card. Excuse me, not the SD card, the USB drive. Call it test Pentium. It's going to take a few moments just to give you an idea between these two files. We're looking at a total of about, not quite 1 gig, 924 megabytes on the file size between the two. We'll see what the outputted file size is. And it is consuming about 65% of the almost 70% of the CPU as it processes. But it's using no disk because it's putting it into the USB drive. No network, obviously. Or about 63%. Now I'm going to be doing my other systems as well. Pentium. This is the Pentium. I have a Celeron and an Atom and a Core i3, just to give you all a good comparison between the three. I know it doesn't really help when you don't have this file to convert to, so you know what it would be like on your system, because depending on the camera you use and the equipment you use and the quality of the video, obviously your results will be different. But my goal is to have you have something to compare it against. So in this case it'll be the Pentium, and I'll probably do the Celeron and then the Atom processor. Now the Atom processor will have a bit of a disadvantage because the one that I have does not have a USB 3 port on it, if I'm correct. So I'm going to possibly borrow one. Now it was processing it, and now it's saving it to the SD card. And this part usually doesn't take very long on my other system, but my other system does have two SSDs in RAID, so it's very, very fast. That's my ZBook 17. Now on this system, it is using the, it is consuming basically all of the resources And the fan on this system is actually a lot louder than I would prefer. I'm in a fairly quiet room, but it is definitely louder than I would like a system's fan to be, especially one so underpowered. I'd understand if this was a massive gaming rig and I had a dedicated video card and was really pushing it, but it's not. It's just a lowly Pentium, and I know part of that, I don't know if you can hear that, it just kicked up again. Part of that is because it is an inexpensive laptop, they're not going to spend a lot of time and money on keeping the cost down on engineering a quiet fan, but you'd think that at this point they would have fans that would be pretty quiet that they put in all of their systems, keeping that cost down. Maybe I've just been spoiled with my Celeron and Atom processors, which are passively cooled and not actively, but I've been using my Lenovo, which has a Core i3 quite a bit, and it's also very quiet, and it does have active cooling. And this is on a hard surface on a wooden table, so there's nothing restricting the airflow underneath the system, like if you were to be laying on a bed or have it on your lap or something. Alright, we're about not quite 3/4 of the way through the saving process. Of course, it hasn't shown us the full size file size here yet. I'll see that here in a minute. And when I processed this video yesterday for my channel, it took a significantly shorter amount of time to get it up and going. So definitely is a lot slower on a slower processor system. This does have 4 cores, which gives it an advantage as far as speed over older systems. Yeah, it's got 4 cores. One socket, 4 cores. And it does not have hyper-threading. So I wonder if that would have any effect on performance if they're to include hyper-threading on these lower end machines. The screen of this Dell is actually quite nice. I wish it got a little bit brighter, but the actual look of it is pretty good. It's I believe it's a matte screen, so it doesn't have a lot of reflection. Alright, that is now done. I told you it was what, 900 and something, and this shrank it down to 606 megabytes. Now, do one more test here. Hambrick is a popular application as well to convert videos. What I've been doing is I've been taking my DVDs and ripping them to the computer using a different program, which basically gives me a raw file in an MKV, and then I'm having to use Hambrick to shrink it down. I don't have any of those on this computer. I don't want to have any copyright issues, even though those are my they are my files and my DVDs. I'd rather just use a file that I know is 100% mine. And it should not take very long. to the give it a name. Go ahead and start that. Well, it's telling us that it would take about 7.5 minutes, going up to 8 minutes. We'll close out of this just to give it. Alright, and it's working on about 12 frames a second, 11 frames a second. So it's going to take about, I believe I record my videos in 60 frames a second. Excuse me, 30 frames a second. So it's taking almost 3 times as long to encode the video as it does to actually watch the video. Now that's stabilized, so I'm going to call that a fairly accurate result on how long that's going to take. I'm not going to have you sit here for another almost 9 minutes as it finishes encoding this video. But that's just to give you a quick overview and idea of how long it takes to encode video on a Pentium processor, current gen, 3700. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Happy to answer those to the best of my ability. If you want to support this channel, I do have my Amazon partner link in the description for this laptop. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.